Hello, I hope you're doing good today. So, um, so I'm on the folklore era now. So I'm singing 3 songs today. One is going to be folklore with this piano, Betty with this ukulele, and last but not least for tonight, Champaign Problems. So, let's get started. Actually, let's start over. Ah. I gotta start over again. Vintage tee, brand new phone, high heels on, cardboard stones. When you are young, they assume you know nothing. Sequin smile, black lipstick, sensual politics. When you are young, they assume you know nothing. I knew you, stepping on the last train, watch me like the bloodstained eye. I knew you, handing through my sweatshirt, baby kiss it banter. And when I felt like I was an old cardigan under someone's bed, you put me on and said I was your favorite. Sequin smile. A friend of all is a friend to none. Chase 2 girls, lose the one. When you are young, they assume you know nothing. But I knew you, playing hide and seek and giving me your weekends. I knew you, your heart. cardigan under someone's bed. You put me on and said I was your favorite. The gas in cars and downtown bars was all I needed. You drew scars around my scars, but now I'm bleeding. But I knew you, stepping on the last train, marked me like a bloodstained now. I knew you, try to change the ending, Peter losing Wendy gone. I knew you, leaving like a father, running like water on. When you are young, they assume you know nothing. But I knew you lingered like a time to kiss. I knew you hauled all over my what ifs. The smell of smoke would hang around this long. 'Cause I knew everything when I was young. I knew I'd cursed you for the longest time. Chasing shadows in the grocery lines. I knew you'd miss me once the frill expired. And you'd be standing in my front porch line. But I knew you'd come back to me. You come back to me. And you come back to me. And you come back. And when I felt like I was an old cardigan under someone's bed, you put me on and said I was your favorite. And now we just arrived to the song, which is the narrator, which is written from the narrator about a story. So folklore, Taylor Swift, folklore, it's actually a song where it's like peaceful and quiet and everything. And and when I saw the Folklore Studios, the movie on sorry, I was just adjusting my ukulele. Um so yes, we arrived to the folklore song, which is about a narrator who told the story about this girl. So Taylor Swift created the album Folklore, and after that there was nowhere to go. You couldn't go into studios because they were closed, probably due to the coronavirus back then, which is over now. But because the coronavirus was it was going on back in 2020, but it's over now, and I'm blessed. Because in public, you had to wear masks. And that annoyed me the most. You couldn't even breathe. So I am blessed. And so folklore was folklore was what Taylor Swift won a Grammy Award. Because she won a Grammy Award in folklore. And there's no rehearsals, no no performances, just creating the album on your own with some people who can help you, with some people who can be part of the folklore album, which you can make the album in your own home. And I'm glad that Taylor Swift wrote the album Folklore. So there's this girl who is there is a girl and a boy, and the boy is riding to school on his skateboard. They're both teens, and they're about to fall in love. And what the narrator wrote is about all of that is faith, and and then the boy who and then the girl that the narrator writes about. Taylor Swift could be a narrator. And by the way, I could be the narrator telling you about all this. And the girl name is Betty. Her name is Betty. I'm gonna start over. Betty, one time I was riding on your skateboard when I passed your house. It's like I couldn't breathe. You heard the rumors from Ines. You can't leave around, he says. Most times, but I think it. But most times, it was true. The worst the thing that I ever did was what I did to you. But if I just, but if I just showed up at your party, would you have me? Would you want me? Would you tell me to go fuck myself and leave me to the garden in the garden? Would you trust me? If I told you it was just a summer thing. I'm only 17. I don't know anything. I know I miss you. Betty, I know where we all went on this favorite song was playing from the far side of the gym. I was nowhere to be found. I hate the crowd, you know that, because I saw you dance with him. You heard the rumors from Ines. You can't believe the worst she says. Most time, this time it was true. The worst thing that I ever did was what I did to you. But if I just showed up at your party, would you have me? Would you want me? Would you tell me to go fuck myself or lead me to the garden in the garden? Would you trust me if I told you it was just a summer thing? I'm only 17. I don't know anything. I know I miss you. I was walking home on broken car, so I was just thinking of you when she pulled up like a figment of my worst intention. James, let's get in, James, get in, let's drive. Those days turned into nights. Slept next to her, but I dreamed of you all summer long. Betty, I'm here on your doorstep, and I planned it well for weeks, but now it's finally stinking in. Betty, one time sorry. Betty, I'm here on your doorstep, and I planned it out for weeks, but now it's finally stinking in. Betty, right now is the last time I can dream about what happened when you see my face again. The only thing I wanna do was what is make it up to you. Yeah, I showed up at your party. Yeah, I showed up at your party. Yeah, I showed up at your party. Will you have me? Will you love me? Will you kiss me on the So Folklore actually has a sister album. Taylor Swift's so proud of that too. So am I. And the sister album is called Evermore. And okay, good. And Evermore, it came out a few months right after Folklore, because Folklore came in the mid spring through summer, and Evermore came in through the winter. It was in the same year. Both Folklore and Evermore came out in 2020, and I am blessed by that. So and Evermore came out during Christmas, and it reminded me of Elsa and her sister. Elsa, which is the Folklore, and Evermore, which is her sister. And I am blessed by that. And the good thing about Evermore is you can also create the album without any rehearsal or anything. And I don't think that you could go into studios, and I don't think there was any performance or rehearsal, any performances or tours of those two albums, because those two albums, they were actually part of the because of the coronavirus, which is why Folklore and Evermore became part of the Airs tour. So, which is why Taylor Swift calls the Folklore sister album Evermore, and you know what? I call it that too. And there's this song. I said Champaign. So Champaign Problems. It's actually it's not in the Folklore album. It's in the Evermore album. That's where Champagne's is at. It's not in the Folklore album. Evermore is where Champaign Problems is. That's the album. So, which is why I'm about to play the keyboard and play Champaign Problems. So let's do it. Actually, I'm going to turn this down a little bit. Booked the night train for a reason, so you could sit there in this hurt. Busted crowds or silent sleepers, you're not sure which is worst. Because I dropped your hand while dancing, left you out there standing, press forward on the London Champagne Problems. Your mom's ring in your pocket, my picture in your wallet. Your heart was glass, I dropped it. Champagne Problems. Told your family for a reason, you couldn't keep it in. lot of friends applauded. Your hometown skiffs is called in Champaign problems. You had a speech, you're speechless. Love slipped beyond your reaches, and I couldn't give a reason. Champagne problems. Your modest touch on the Savvy door, November flush in your pannier course. This door was once the madhouse. I made a joke, well it's made for me, yeah. How evergreen, our group of friends. Don't think we'll say that word again, and soon don't have the nerve to deck the halls that we once walked through. One for the money, two for the show. I never was ready, so I watch you go. Sometimes you just don't know the answer, though someone's on their knees and asks you. She would have made such a lovely bride. What a shame she's fucked in her head, and say you'll find the real thing instead. She'll patch it up, she'll patch up your taste for Brie, and I shaded. And hold your hand while dancing, never leave you standing. Press forward on the landing with champagne problems. Your mom's ring in your pocket, her picture in your wallet. You won't remember all my champagne problems. You won't remember all my champagne problems. You won't remember all my champagne problems. Thank you so much. And I enjoyed playing. And I hope you all enjoyed watching this video. Love you guys, and I hope to see you soon.